be me. Be
Except sometimes I wonder, well, they haven't given stuff tonight, handed that out. Huh?
Yeah, you can dress for it.
Philadelphia is getting in the war.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome you to Board of Commissioners, Town of Reddington Shores regular meeting. It's Wednesday, November 13th, 2013 at 7 p.m. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mary, call the roll.
Commissioner Wojcik.
Here.
Commissioner Tapper.
Here.
Commissioner Holmes.
Here.
Vice Mayor Branch.
Here.
Mayor Adams.
Here.
Attorney Denmark.
Here.
First order of business is opening the regular meeting, approval of the minutes for the regular meeting October 9th, 2013, workshop meeting October 30th, 2013.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes for the regular meeting October 9th, 2013, and the workshop meeting October 30th, 2013 as presented.
I'll second.
Motion and a second in discussion. Hearing none, Mary, call the roll.
Commissioner Wojcik.
Yes.
Commissioner Tapper.
Yes.
Commissioner Holmes.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Branch.
Yes.
Mayor Adams.
Yes. Next, ratification of the bills.
I make a motion that we ratify the bills for October, November 2013 as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second in discussion. Hearing none, Mary, call the roll.
Commissioner Wojcik.
Yes.
Commissioner Tapper.
Yes.
Commissioner Holmes.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Branch.
Yes.
Mayor Adams.
Yes. Next on the commission reports, and I'll start the evening with the Commissioner Woden.
Yes, sir.
If you would please stand.
Guilty as charged.
I would like to present Commissioner Wojcik with the certificate of completion for the Institute for Municipal Officials school that you went to.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate you going. Thank you very
That's
much.
great. Thank you very much. Here, it'll be here. Here you go. Look here. Cheese. Okay, thanks.
Commissioner Holmes.
Where did I go?
You want me to get out of the way?
I'd like to present you with a certificate of achievement. This certifies that Commissioner Holmes represents us well at the Florida Shores and Beach Preservation Association. And thank you for attending and getting this certificate of achievement. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
That's all I have, Vice Mayor Branch.
Yes, I'd like to have several things. First, the police report. Where's our sergeant? There he is. Let's give him a hand. He just made captain, so let's give the sergeant a hand. And everything. And we thank you for your work, sir. All right, in the police reports and the physical arrest, we had 4 of a variance in Indian Shores, and we only had 1 variance for our town. The traffic accidents, there was none in Indian Shores, and we had 1. And I would like to comment to the people here, you have done an excellent job of dodging these workers that's working on the highway. They are undoubtedly need some help. That is a sad situation out there, but we've done everything that we could do about it. Traffic citations, there was 18 over in Indian Shores, and we only had 10. So we're doing something right. No wonder you made captain, sir. And the last thing in the parking citations, they had gone up 8 in Indian Shores, and we had gone up 3 here. Now, there's one other little thing that I would like to make out. We've been having a little bit of trouble with the readings in the sewer system, and what I went with the Steve Jordan, who is the man, one of our workers that's in charge of the sewer, and we wanted to see them recalibrate how the system worked. Well, the system is working great, but they informed me that someone somewhere is dumping a swimming pool water into the sewer system. And to my feelings and their orders, there is no swimming pool water to go into any sewer systems other than just storm sewer, because, and stop and think, I'd never thought of it, the enzymes in the pool water kills everything that would be in your sewer system. And this would cause just the raw fluid to go on through, so when you get your reclaimed water, you know what you'd be getting. So if you know of anybody, I don't think you'd be ratting on them, I just think they don't know and everything. And I thank you, and that's all I have.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Branch. Commissioner Capper?
Our maintenance men are going to be pretty busy here in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and they will be out. We'll be putting up the decorations, getting ready for the Christmas tree lighting, which is what, December the 1st, I believe. Also, we had these doggy bag stations all around town, and it got to be just a little bit too much expense for the bags. So what we did, we built a little different one, and we're asking for donations of your grocery store bags and stuff like that to stick them in there. And we went through, what, 1,800 of them or something, or $1,800 just for doggy bags. So we're trying to cut down there. Thank you.
Yeah, boy.
Thank you, Commissioner Capper. Commissioner Wojcik?
Thank you. The committee to update the floodplain management plan for 2014 is now working, and we met and we're working to deliver that plan for the January meeting, commission meeting. We met on October 17th, and we created a first draft of the 2014 floodplain management plan. A new goal for the plan this year is we're highlighting the acquisition or the need for residents to acquire elevation certificates for your properties for this flood insurance cost. And also we want to inform the readers about the oncoming flood map for 2015. 2015. Yeah, 2000. Okay, so the next meeting is, we're going to have a meeting later in November, and then we'll have a final meeting in December to create the final plan for 2014. So if you'd like to participate in updating the floodplain management plan, please tell people at Town Hall of your interest, and you'll be included in that committee. Secondly, I hope I don't jinx us, but you probably read this past weekend, that predictions for an active storm season in 2013 did not come to fruition yet. We have 2 more weeks. So while we celebrate the tranquil summer we had, we can't forget that we do live on a barrier island, and this barrier island is in the overall design to protect the main island and the mainland from the effect of severe storms. So we're the buffer. And so I'll be working with our Pinellas County Emergency Operations Center coordinator, Shayla Prices, for the 2014 hurricane season. And you know that she and I will refresh the plan that Indian Shores and Reddington Shores have, so that we can support the town during periods of evacuation and when we return back to regular service. And we'll be working with Indian Shores to maintain this plan in the current status as we approach 2014. So thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Holmes.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The building department, during the period, 52 permits were issued with fees collected in the amount of $9,134.07. There were no permits issued for new construction. $4,371.59 was received for building department services rendered to the town of Indian Shores. Fire department services, there were 3 emergency fire responses for this time period with an average response time of 6 minutes and 22 seconds. There was 1 non-emergency fire response for this time period with a response time of 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Emergency medical services, there were 18 emergency EMS responses for this time period with an average response time of 6 minutes and 22 seconds. There were 4 non-emergency EMS responses for this time period with an average response time of 6 minutes and 59 seconds. So you can see that our services that we're getting from the fire department service and EMS services are meeting the adequacy and providing us a very good service to our community. Just to follow up a little bit on what Commissioner Wojcik was saying, while the hurricane season continues to remain calm and almost coming to a close, it gives us additional time for the intelligent people of our community, which are all of them, to continue to make their property, mitigate their property, and make it less vulnerable to future disasters. So, and this is the things that we're supposed to be doing, so that besides you helping yourself, the town helps where they can. And this increases and gives us a better CRS rating score, which comes back to you in the form of lower, and now that's important, flood insurance costs. So we need a lot of help there, I know, and we're hoping that we're gonna get it. The library, the annual fundraiser is quite a ways off now. It's gonna be, this next year is gonna be food for thought night is gonna be April 5th. We're hoping that we can get some better weather than we've had in the past by moving it a little further into the spring. And we'll have more information coming out on that as time gets closer. In relation to this little certificate that I was delighted to get, and appreciate the mayor presenting it to me, I'd like to talk just briefly about beach renourishment, and that a lot of beach renourishment discussions are held at that conference, which is put on about twice a year by the Florida Shores and Beaches Preservation Association. They're a very, very good organization, and they're very lobby-oriented as far as lobbying for beach renourishment for the whole state of Florida. We've got a lot of coastline, a lot of beaches out there, not just ours, although we think we got the best one. But, and there's different places around the state have different problems and different requirements for different things. And so they hold these in different areas so you can see some of the other parts of the coastlines and see what the problems are that are peculiar to theirs. In addition to that, at this last one, they pointed out that Senator Dennis Jones was called the Sandman because he worked so hard for the shores and beaches communities throughout his tenure and career at the state level, which was significant and long-term. Did a great job of lobbying and from at the state, up to the state, and up at the national level to get us sand that we needed for our beaches. This is going to get tougher and tougher, and as you can see, that not everybody in this country that we live in loves everybody that lives on the beach. You can tell that by recent problems in the flood insurance program. And you know, they all consider everybody that lives here is rich, and that's not the case at all. So we need, for all of us that we need to, anytime we have an opportunity to contact our local officials, those sitting here, the county, and us working up the line to our county officials and state officials, that if you're ever talking to them or you know and happen to know any of them, then discuss with them the fact that how important it is for our beaches to be renourished and be, it's very, they should already know that tourism is the biggest industry in the state of Florida. $50 billion a year is the industry, tourist industry in the state of Florida. that doesn't come from Mickey Mouse, it doesn't come from SeaWorld, it comes from the beaches in the state of Florida, where the bulk of it comes from. So, everybody likes Disney and everybody likes the other places too, we're delighted that they're here. But it's imperative that we maintain the beaches and keep them available for tourism, or we're not gonna have them. They're not gonna come just to go here. So anyway, anytime you have an opportunity to push it, or talking to somebody that has any influence or can help, please mention it to them, how important it is for them to lobby for renourishment funds for the beaches as needed. And as we go along, we hope that we'll be able to meet those requirements that we need. Anyway, thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. I'd like to take about a 5-minute recess right now. I need to make a phone call, and we'll be back. About 5 minutes. And I see the camera's still on and the mic, so let everybody know.
What you say will be recorded.
That's what the mics are all